Welcome to Mr. Bacon Plants Plays Games. Today we're playing Hero Realms, a fairly sizable update. A lot of noticeable changes. It actually took me quite a while to get the audio levels right because they did make some changes to the sound effects that play during the game. And some of them are like they're ear-piercingly loud. And yeah, I didn't want you guys to have your eardrums blown out, so I had to kind of play with levels to get that right. So some of them are still a little quiet, and then some of them are like ear-piercingly loud. But it's cool that they're adding them, just adding more polish. There's actually some other changes, and when we get into the game, you'll see them right away. Those changes are very polarizing. Some people love them. I would say most people hate them. A few love them. But yeah, let's get into the game, and we'll talk about those changes as we play. Oh yeah, and another announcement. Online play, when you do real-time games, if you aren't a member of the Discord already, join the Wise Wizard Discord channel, and you can actually like ping people and say, "Hey, I'm in the live game or real-time game queue," and people will join in and play. I got to play a few games online this weekend doing that because, like, again, it's a small group of people playing this game during the beta. So yeah, it's always easier just to say, hey, if you guys are ready to play, just jump in and we'll play. Because people are waiting for real-time games just like you are. They're just not, sitting in that queue all the time because the queue time's out. Anyway, let's jump in. So we're going to resume this game. I just started it, and that's where I was playing with the levels. Haven't even played a single card yet. Just that opening animation sound effect is so loud, and you'll see what I'm talking about once I click this button. But this is a pit fight. Ranger versus Ranger mirror match, level 8. And it's that sound right there, just blew out my eardrums, like, holy cow. All right, so let's go over the changes. So the most obvious change that you're going to see right now is the borders. So the borders used to be black, just like the card game version, and now they are color-coded. It doesn't look too bad on desktop. Now, on the smaller screen, when I play on my phone, the colors are a little jarring. I think, the smaller screen makes these thick borders look even thicker. And the balance isn't quite there, as it looks a little bit okay-ish right now. But on the smaller screen, these borders look way too fat. And the color gradient, it just looks kind of, I don't know, amateur a little bit, but I get why they're doing it. I think part of the monetization model for this game is that they are going to, allow you to customize your deck with like custom borders and like custom effects and foiling and things like that. So maybe they're just trying this out, and like this border will look better as, the feature gets gets fleshed out. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. I have faith in them. So let's see what they do. The other thing that you're going to notice is that, since I think they're still running the experiment where you can't go over your starting health, you do have your starting health here as well. So you have your current health and your max health. I wish they did the same for the computer because I don't always remember like what their max health was. But that's another little change that they made. And they also said they did add sound effects, which we did here. And I think they messed up some of the leveling on the sound effects. Because yeah, that was a little loud.
Your service is required.
There we go. There's another one. So recruit is saying your service is required, and right now it is shouting at me. I'm actually going to turn the audio down for me, and I think we're going to be okay. Okay, yeah, it looks like what's ear-piercing for me is probably kind of quiet for you, and I actually kind of rather it be a little quiet. That way you can actually hear me talk. But yeah, that's, I mean, I like the audio. I always enjoyed it. It kind of adds a little something. Oh yeah, this is my new card. Yeah, put an arrow card from your discard pile into your hand and draw one card. But I don't have an arrow card in my hand. I have the bow. I wish I could put the bow in my hand. I think another reason why I think a lot of people, including myself, kind of hate the borders is that it takes away from how amazing the artwork is in this game. And now it's like the art's not popping out to me like it was. Like this guy used to speak to me on how like detailed that artwork was, and now it's just like just yet another card. So I think it's, I don't know. I'm a little concerned, honestly. But again, they haven't let me down. So I have, have faith. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this green card. It's a 6 damage and disc. Yeah, this is good. I'm going to take this. Okay. And I think since I'm kind of going green, I'll go ahead and get this guy. Does this guy have a sound?
Feel my flame.
Okay, feeling his flame. Interesting. Okay, you may stun a target champion, and you may put an arrow from your discard pile into your hand and draw one. Yes, I forgot I upgraded her last game. Oh yeah, so this is another piece of the UI that updated. So when I do this, you're gonna see the new UI for this as well. So this update, a lot of changes, and even that one has a little hot and cold. People love it or hate it.
May it serve you well.
Okay, is the sound effects getting louder, like, as the game goes on? Is the volume slowly turning up? And I honestly, I like the sound effects, but I wish they were a little bit more subtle. I don't think I need characters, like, talking to me the whole time. It's getting a little jarring. All right, I don't know. We'll see, though. I'll give it some time. I don't want to be, like, resistant to change. What's in my deck currently? I got green and yellow. Yeah, green and yellow, green and yellow. I do like red just for the sacrifice ability. So maybe I'll take the priest because I get the discount.
Tithe is due.
I'm guessing, okay, so let's see what Death Touch does, because Death Touch is an action. So do characters talk and actions do something else? Let's see.
Death comes for you.
No, it's all this talking. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like this. All right, I'm going to take this one because I can trash it out.
Power behind all thrones.
I can see this getting a little annoying. The constant chatter.
As death demands.
I kind of liked it better when it was in beta, like earlier in the beta, where it was just like certain cards kind of talked and like other ones didn't do anything. I feel like that makes it better, right? Like the 7 drop, right? This one should talk, Rake should talk, like the named cards that are kind of, bomby, maybe, I don't know. And even then, maybe it's a random. Maybe it's like a 75% chance they won't talk and a 25% chance they will. That way it's not just like everything you touch in this game is shouting at you. All right, so let's draw a card. Ooh, we have an arrow. Let's put that in the old hand. I feel like I want to do my ability. Is there anything in the center row? I don't have a lot of money, so I might as well do this ability. And let's talk about this UI. All right. So boom, here's the UI. Remember I was complaining about how it was kind of hard for me to understand, where these cards were in the deck, when I put it back on top. It's still just as confusing because you would think that this is like a stack of cards that you're going to just kind of like stack up like this and then place on top of the deck, but you don't. So really this is going to be the top card out of the deck, second card, third card, even though like as you're making a pile that's kind of like fanned out, that you would think, okay, I'm going to take this whole set and like lay it on top, where this would be the top card, second card, third card, but it's not. So I learned that lesson the hard way. So it's a little, I like the UI, I like the direction they're going, but I think it could be a little better, right? I mean, in my mind, because like I know this is a stack of cards I'm going to lay on top, I felt like the one behind, the farthest one back, should be the top card. But yeah, this is definitely, a little bit more clear on what's going on. And this is like probably the most obvious change. Apparently, on some of the other characters' abilities, they've also changed the UI a little bit. I think this is a step in the right direction. I think it could still use work, is what I'm trying to say.
Let's take a quick look at what awaits us.
Okay, so that's what our ranger sounds like, and I find it highly annoying. Every time I use that ability, is she going to do that? I don't know. All right. It's like I used to be pro sound, and now they successfully made me anti sound. All right. Well, we're definitely gonna kill the barbarian. Ow! You hurt me. Wouldn't that be super annoying? Like even when you attacked them. All right. This 7. His hit job is like really calling me right now. 7 damage. Doesn't quite synergize with my deck. The old master does. Yeah, let's go, old master.
Will not fail.
Who are these people that are getting to make these sounds? This is crazy. What's this one say? I'm a hand holding a gem. Let's see. Oh. The sound of silence. I feel like this game has like audio ADD or something. It's just everywhere. It's like all over the place. All right, let's just go ahead and play them all. No order. Orders don't matter when you're playing just a handful of that. All right, so let's get rid of this guard. Tap this down. We'll get... Yeah, so now I can get this guy. All right, what's this gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be like, rally the troops, men! Form up! What's it gonna say?
For the Empire!
Okay, that literally shouted at me. This is crazy, guys. I think if they just work on the levels and make it a little bit more subtle. Now, I do have the music turned off.
Let's make this quick.
I didn't mind that one that much. I do... actually, I need to turn this down a little bit. It's like shouting. I do have the music turned off because YouTube hates music. Because if it's copyrighted, some random legal group will, demonetize your videos. Not that my videos are monetized because my channel is too small, but I just don't feel like dealing with, like, justifying the existence of those lawyers. So I just don't deal with it. So music's off. So maybe with the music on, the audio is a little bit more balanced against the music. But I do think that they need to be aware that some people don't want to have the music on. Because the music does also kind of get a little annoying. They just have that same track that like goes over and over again. Like, no, undo that. I thought that I had discards. Oh, man, that scared me. Okay, let's try that again. That's my own fault. They did update this UI as well for the discard pile to show when there's more than one card in it. And right now I don't see cards behind it, so it should have told me. So kind of my fault there. All right, so we're going to do man at arms. What's he going to say? Arm up, man. I got arms.
To arms!
Oh, close. Close. It was about arms. All right. And what does this one do again? I forget what my own ability does because I recently upgraded.
Let's see what's in the distance.
Business is good.
Okay, I might need to do this anyway. I think it's a stun. Yeah, may stun a target champion, and then put an arrow. I don't think I want to do that, though. I think I want to do that when I have a bow, and then an arrow in the discard pile. Okay, so I think it doesn't matter. I don't see any cards where order matters. Let's do this guy. I bet he's gonna go like, roar! Let's see. That guy, I did not expect to actually say words. Interesting. Interesting. I guess that's my You know, I shouldn't think about that. I mean, orcs are people-ish too. The kind of people. Well, look at that. I'm gonna die.
Let's see what's in the distance.
I'm so distracted by the sound effects that I'm going to die. All right. Well, no, actually, no. I only gained 5 life. Ooh, you know what? Now I'm gonna do this. Get rid of the guard. Bring the arrow into my deck. And then I could draw a card. But maybe I don't really need to buy that. So let's do that. Ooh. All right, so you got to remember this is the top. I don't no. Okay, that's a little annoying. No, I want that. I want the red card to be in the middle. Okay.
Let's take a quick look at what awaits us.
Okay. Now I am gonna not be able to use that ability. That's okay. Let's tap that down. Look at this. Wait, there's something buried in this. Oh, I can prepare a champion. Don't mind if I do. Boom. Ooh, how the tables have turned. Bam. Okay.
Let's see what's in the distance.
I feel like, what's that song? Like, you're going the distance. You're going for speed, something like that. That's what it kind of reminds me. I don't know if I'm probably butchering that song. Sorry, I apologize. Do we have an arrow? I think we do. Yes. Ooh, which one though? All right, let's go ahead and play them all. Big money round. Get rid of that guy. I guess we'll play this one, get the discount.
Your service is not over.
I'll just get 1 health. Yeah, I have nothing. I mean, I guess I could have got Spark. But man, I would hate to die because of 1 health. I gotta do it. I mean, because she can get up to pretty high damage. Okay. Yeah, look at that, 12. I mean, not that the 1 health did anything, but okay. Let's go ahead and play them all. I think I got this. Right? Do I, right? Right, I do have it. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the job. Like, why are the fireworks quieter than all the cards screaming at me? Now they're quiet. Saying nothing, but before. All right, look at this. We gain a level. We're up to level 9. Level 9 and a little bit more. All right, so now we choose. Add the Hunter's Cloak or the Super Shot Bracer. Let's see. So we have the Hunter's Cloak. Requires 30 health. That's interesting. I don't understand that. If you deal 5 or more damage to another player this turn, gain 1 money or 2 health, requires 30. So I guess you have to have 30 health, and then you gain this ability. And then if you've played an arrow this turn, gain 2 attack. I mean, these cards are like not that exciting, honestly. I do think I have the ability to like get arrows back into my deck. I have that 1 card. It's like, you know, get 1 out of your discard pile, throw it in your hand. That 1 ability that you start the game with. So I feel like I would be able to utilize this card more because I can get arrows in my hand, pretty much whenever I want for a little bit. And this actually gives arrows more value than they have now. So yeah, let's do the super shot bracer. And we're going to go confirm. And I guess that probably goes into my deck and replaces one of those cards. I wish there was a way for me to... Oh, maybe there is. There is. Is this my deck as it stands now, or is this my starting deck? This looks like the starting deck, because I know I have... No. Ooh, no, it's an ability. Okay. I forgot. I thought they... For some reason, I thought like in an update, they removed these third abilities and you only ever had 2. But maybe they just rebalanced them. I actually never got a character up to level 9. Because they kept resetting the levels of the characters in some of the updates. So I know this is like the first time I ever got past level 9 or up to level 9. So this isn't always their ability. Yeah, so this actually is way more powerful then. Because there is a lot of times where I will have an arrow and I'm like disappointed because it's like, well, I have an arrow. And that's it. Not really that exciting. Well, now it's like I can basically turn this into a 3 or a 5. Okay, cool. Cool.
Let's give it a shot.
Ooh, so we can hear their sounds. Okay.
It's a living.
Interesting. It's a living.
Time for a little hack and slash.
Okay. What's the wizard sound like?
Let's make some magic.
Okay. Oh, that's all I can have? Oh no, okay. What else? Let's do the cleric. We'll do her. Where's she at?
My faith is endless.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so they are definitely are adding sounds. I don't remember if these guys talked before. I don't think they did. So I get it. I mean, they're trying to add some personality. I think the talking makes more sense to me, like when the cards talk in the campaign mode, especially if they're talking in, it's kind of going along with a story that's being told through the deck. That seems kind of cool to me. But just during a random game, like all the talking gets a little overdone. And I think maybe, a 50-50 or like a 25-75% chance, something like that would make it a little less, every single time. It's just, it'd be nice to like sprinkle it in, like how it was earlier in the beta when they didn't have every card have a sound effect. To me, like that was the perfect blend. It was like just enough to kind of like wake you up. Like you kind of, kind of quiet and all this. It's like, boom, oh, hey, it said something. That's kind of neat. Oh yeah, I like when they say that quote, but every single time it gets a little much, especially when the computer's going and they're like rapidly buying 2 cards and then the sounds like overlap each other and it sounds like 2 people talking in a parlor. Like, I don't know, a little overdone. But I do like they're adding more polish. The borders, I can definitely see why people love it or hate it, and more people seem to hate it right now. But I think this is just like, hey, this is their first, proof of concept. They're going to improve those borders, and it might turn into something you like. And then the sound effects, they're definitely there. I think they could work on a little bit of the balancing. I think some of the audio comes in a little too hot, and then others like the fireworks, which you would think could be kind of loud, were just kind of like poop, poop, poop. Where everything else was like shouting loud. So yeah, again, this is alpha. Alpha. I would say I would say probably more beta at this point, even though it's still like a closed beta. So they're still working on those little details. I think they were just excited to get those sound effects out there, get some feedback on it, and I'm sure next update they'll have everything kind of balanced a little bit better. But anyway, this was Hero Realms. If you do like this content, please like and subscribe.